everybody. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching this video, this wonderful evening. Is it evening? Let me see what time it is. Hold on. Let me check the time. Okay, it's this morning, 12:03 a.m. in the morning, November 16th, 2021. So I'm just doing this video. I just felt like talking, speaking my mind. And this is just about the boxing thing, you know. We're in the I guess you can call it the bougie room, the smoke room. I'm just getting my medicine in, so it's time to go to sleep. So I just wanted to say, you know, boxing is a business, right? So the whole thing, I guess, about it is, you know, we have to look at it as a fan's perspective, as in the eyes of the boxer. I mean, for them and what it's become, and maybe not even what it's always been, but ultimately, you know, nowadays it's about the business of boxers. It's about these boxers out here making a living to support their family. You know, I go to work every day. Even on the days that I'm off, I'm working, you know, taking care of things and making sure that my family's taken care of as best as I can. And I can relate to these boxers because that's exactly what they're doing. And even though we don't get to see the fights that we want to as fans, we do continue to push for them because that's what we want to see, you know, because boxing is about the fans, but it's also about the boxers and everybody else involved. And they are doing these things so that they can continue to support their families. Whether we believe is wrong or right, this is what they have to do. And this is what it's become. I mean, you see guys out there making tons of money fighting exhibition fights, but why are they doing it? Because they can make the money, and that money's going to help support their family and the things they want to do. I mean, ultimately, you know, it's a business, it's a job. And when fighters say things like, you know, I'll fight whoever they put in front of me because that's my job, they always mention it's about their job. That's what they're all talking about. And all the hype and all the drama that goes into it is part of the job. So you have to be a strong-minded person to be able to do those things. I mean, you got to be strong-minded to be training and being away from your family and making the sacrifices necessary in order to do the things necessary to make sure that you put, you know, food on the table. A lot of these boxers, they got families, you know what I mean, that kids and businesses to support, you know, I mean, their own businesses. So, I mean, when you look at it that way, it does make sense. And I know to us as the fans is a bunch of bullcrap because we want the best fighter to fight the best fighters. That's what we ultimately want. And occasionally we do get it, which is part of the game as well. But as fans, you know, we have to be patient. We have to, you know, understand these things because these guys, you know, they got to eat just like we got to eat. They got bills they have to pay and taxes when they get their money and pay everybody out. Everybody's working for them. So I just wanted to put this video out, you know, just to get that understanding so people, you know what I mean, just kind of take a real aspect of the game. You know what I mean? Underground kings, you know what I mean? They're underground kings coming up in the streets. Nobody knew their names, you know what I mean? However the politics go, that's just how they go. we as boxing fans, we just have to understand that and roll with the punches. We have to be in the ring just like they are. We got to roll with the punches. We got fights that coming up that we don't too much care about, but we will watch them and we will participate as fans because we know that we're going to be entertained either way. And eventually, we will get the fights that we want to see. Hopefully, because, we as fans are putting out the energy that we want to see these fights. And, these fighters, they do want to fight the best. But sometimes, fighting the best is not, not what's next. Fighting the next guy to get that paycheck is what's the next thing. So we just have to understand that and be like, hey, you know what? It's okay. Let them do their thing. And we keep pushing and advocating and, putting out our media so that eventually we might get those fights. We've got some good fights coming up. And, we look forward to 2022, the next year, because there's going to be more fights, more fighters coming up. Old fighters still standing their ground, have things to prove. And we will get some good fights, I know, but we will get some bad fights as well. Some fights that we don't want to see. I'm not saying they're bad fights. They're all good fights because these guys are putting their lives on the line and their families. That's what they're doing. So I appreciate it, and I hope that all the boxing fans and boxing people out there appreciate it as well, because I'm a fan of boxing. I love boxing. It's a great sport. And it's gonna be around. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's not going anywhere, baby. Because there's so much money to be made on both ends. So much money to be made on both ends. And I'm just glad to be a part of it, speaking my mind, being able to be on my platform, my little platform that nobody knows about because we're underground here. UTR, baby. UTR. And I think it's wonderful. So I just want to put that out there. And I just want to thank all the boxers and all the people in boxing that's keeping it going, and to the hearts and minds and the souls of the guys that are out there risking their lives and their livelihood to put on the show so that, people like me and all people around the world can be entertained, and rooting and chanting for their fans and for the people they love. When they get in there, they go head to head, So when they get in the ring, it's head to head, Whether it's staged or not, or whatever it is, It's always great to be entertained. So that's an awesome thing. And I just wanted to say salute to the men and women, and the men and women out there doing their thing. And we appreciate it. And we thank you for what you're doing. All right, much respect, love, and happiness, and all those other things. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, this is your boy, the Swarthy One. I'm out with another video, and look forward to the fight coming up, all the fights coming up. And wish every man and woman the best, and stay safe out there. All right, I'm out. Peace.